I'm Brian Hendricks. It's the next day now. We put a bobcat in here to thaw out. This is some of the stuff I put in the tub. A couple of jugs of water and a gallon of Mackenzie tan just to weight this tub down to hold everything under the surface of the pickle solution there. So I'm just going to pull all this out of there and we'll see what's happening with that cat. Okay, we've got a completely thawed cat now. Now's a good time if you have an animal in there that's got a lot of blood in its fur. Now's a good time to kind of get rid of some of that. A lot of it will have already come out of the fur just from soaking. Now, like I said before, one of the big advantages of doing it this way is these ears would have been the first thing to thaw if you just thawing this at room temperature, and they would have been sitting that whole time until the rest of the body's ready to skin, and just sitting there spoiling. We've got pickled ears now, you might say. I mean, there's so many parts of this skin that are already pickled, and the epidermis is set on it now, just from it being in the pickle solution overnight. So we're actually pickling it from the outside in. So anyway, we need to drain this out so we can start the skinning process. I'm just going to kind of sleek some of the water out of it here as we go. I'm going to hang it by a front foot. That's a pretty little cat. Not a big cat, but very, very pretty. I got a chain up here that I'm going to hang it from. Now we can get the water out of this thing, pickle solution. Now, something else that's pretty neat, especially with a short-haired cat like this, you really see a lot of detail of the anatomy that you don't normally see when they're all dry and fluffy. I'll show you, point out a few things here. And you already saw the ears. This is a small cat. Look how big those ears are. I mean, they're really in the detail of them, you know. You can see the indentations where the muscle comes out there. The shapes of the ear butts and stuff. A lot of this stuff shows up nice. Where the ear canal comes all the way down to the side of the head there. I'll talk about that tagging too here in a little bit. You can see the details of the feet. Turn one over here. With all that being wet, you can really see the shapes of those pads and stuff without a whole lot of fur around them, how long the toes actually are on a cat. The webbing between them. That's all webbing all the way out to there. As we're going down the body, this one's got some bloat just because, like I say, it was hot that day it was caught, so it was a little bit bloated by the time it ever got in the freezer. Here's this little, on the flank here, that flap of skin that stretches from the belly to the leg there. As we come down the foot, this one here, I guess you can see it better on this one over here, because we're looking at the inside of it. But here's a tendon that comes across there, and that's that little stretch where it holds that stretch of skin out right there. You can see the detail in there. The detail of the ankle joint right there, the hock right there. And as I move those, you can see how things happen in there. It's interesting to see a lot of the details that you don't normally see on a real furry cat. Let me get some of that water out and smooth the fur out here. You can see the outside of the foot here. And how things have to wrinkle and pile up as the leg bends and stuff. So pay attention to some of that stuff. You know, when you have an opportunity to look at the anatomy of them, look at that thing. You know, look at that stuff, and you learn a lot. There's the top side of the toes now and what they look like. I was talking about the webbing and stuff. How the claws fit right into those little sheaths. All neat stuff. So anyway, we're going to let this thing drip for a while, and then we'll get ready to start skinning it.